Hey, what's up guys, it's Eli. I'm here with my buddy Emil Fischer. We've been doing some training with Team Brasso today. We're up here in Columbus, Ohio at Endeavor Defense and Fitness. And he's just been ripping my legs off like constant non-stop. And so like, finally I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he's gonna show one of the things that he was doing that's pretty cool, and I think we came up with a name. I contributed to the naming of this move today, so I was pretty honored to be part of that, even if it was at the destruction of my leg. So talk us through it, man.
So I've shown this before. Specifically, I use this a lot from the double outside ashi defensive position. I call it the Z-Stima, but we're going to call it the Zima from now on, because let's be honest, it's a shitty break from the 90s. So what I'm doing, the first thing is I'm going to put my thumb behind Eli's knee. I'm making sure that this foot is constantly protected, because if Eli goes to dig out a straight ankle lock or a heel hook, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm not going to get out of here alive. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dig my big toe into Eli's lat back here. So now when Eli goes to attack my foot, it's going to take him a minute. He'll find it eventually, but it's going to take him a minute. Now I slip my thumb behind Eli's knee, and I'm going to fall in the direction that his foot is pointing. Right? The sole of his foot is pointing the direction that I'm falling. I'm going to sit up, and what this does, my arm now acts as a wedge behind Eli's leg, and I'm going to scoop it into my armpit for a reverse Z-lock / a Stima lock, which we're going to call the Zima. It falls in this way, and we get the tap. Now we can also fall into this space if we really want to crunch it. And then we can always switch back through to here for this sort of a reverse kind of the Stima-ish thing, which we're going to call the hugging Zima. But we're here. Hook this up.
That's pretty awesome. It's hard to see where his big toe, the power of the big toe, like right there in my lat, like almost in the back of my belt. So he's just turning that in, and that kills my angle to sweep back for the heel. And I really have to work for a minute to try to get the straight ankle or the heel like exposure. And he's, in the time that I'm doing that and focus there, he's already got my foot out. So it's like he's winning that race every time, but he's not really winning it by being faster. It's just like more, the technical wedges are shutting me down. So it's pretty awesome. Yes. So listen one more time.
One more time. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm making sure that I'm putting this little hidey hole position on back here, making sure that he can't really get a good dig on my foot. Because he's got his pin, he's got his entry, we don't want him to get his dig or his break. From here, put my thumb behind the knee and I'm going to sit back. Now if Eli really clamps onto my hip, I can't move this leg. And what you often see guys do, especially when you're talking about some of these amazing competitors like our mutual friend Joe Bays, guys be trying to get out of here and they'll get their shit snapped instead. So instead, I'm going to put my thumb back here, I'm going to fall, and I'm going to use my body to move his leg. Scoop.
It's so fast, man, it's going to blow my knee up. But that was really an awesome defense for that double outside ashi. And you find it from other places too. And sure, it's really cool to see how those wedges kind of work. Like, what's another good place that you can throw that in?
Put me in honey hole. So we're here, and again, from here I'm more slipping my heel preemptively. Come to here, and I'm going to scoop. Now, at this point, if I attack this straight, I might get a nice little pop. But if I push this to here, I know a lot of people have been showing this technique lately. They call it the Aoki lock or the Z lock. Really, all I'm doing is taking this shoulder and I'm trying to bring it under. And what it does, it forces him to have to defend. I'm unlikely to finish this, right? So defend it. Don't let me. So here, right? Now I got the 50-50, which is a little bit better of a position. So I'll take a positional improvement if I need to.
Yeah, and that's a whole other concept in itself. Like right there, that's being able to use the counterattacks to upgrade the position and everything. So yeah, I've learned a ton just from rolling with this guy a few times, and it's like trying to grab onto a bar of soap and then he's on my legs, and so it's playing some funky positions, which I always appreciate, because I think that those little transitional positions like that, those weird places, are that's where a lot of the magic happens. So anyway, brother, I appreciate you showing that. And wait, if they want to see some more stuff like this, where can they look at?
Check out my Instagram at Emil Fischer BJJ and my Rockfin, rockfin.com/Emil Fischer BJJ. That's spelled EMILFISCHER BJJ. Thank you, guys.
He's got some really cool techniques and some awesome competition footage where he's doing some weird stuff that really frustrates the hell out of people. And it's really fun to watch. So check him out if you get a chance, guys, and keep watching Night Jiu-Jitsu. I appreciate it.